Here's a look at the Dow tonight after the New York Stock Exchange as stocks sank 1.5% today. This is the result of crude oil hitting $100 a barrel.
So you can see the Dow ended the day nearly 740 points lower. And all of this is part of the fallout from the ongoing conflict with Iran, creating more volatility in the stock market. Tomorrow will mark 2 weeks since all of this began.
Julie Sirkin reports on the very latest impact and effect now from Washington, D.C.
The rhetoric is ramping up, and so is the cost of oil. Iran's Revolutionary Guard behind this attack on a tanker off Iraq's coast. The Indian government saying it's owned by the U.S., but sailing under the Marshall Islands flag. At least one of the 16-person crew has died. It's the latest strategic strike targeting oil infrastructure. The attack came hours before Iran's new supreme leader, in his first public comments, said the vital Strait of Hormuz to transport energy must remain closed. That sent the price of oil soaring to more than $100. Administration officials acknowledging the price hike.
It is short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Tell that to drivers paying 60 cents more per gallon since the war started.
The gas prices are going up, our food industry is going up, everything is going up, and we can't survive over here.
President Trump trying to ease the pain by tapping U.S. oil reserves. Secretary Wright says 172 million barrels will be released next week.
We're going to be doing it very quickly, and then we'll fill it up. We'll fill up our reserves.
Democrats say that's too little, too late.
He's created many more problems than the Strategic Petroleum Reserve will solve, including the problems in the Straits of Hormuz and a reckless and unthought-out war that Americans are now paying the price for.
Now lawmakers are demanding more information on the strike on an Iranian elementary school that killed at least 170 people, mostly children. The Pentagon is investigating, but 4 sources tell NBC News outdated intelligence is likely to blame for the attack on the school. The building at one time was an Iranian military facility. In a letter to Defense Secretary Hegseth, 120 Democratic members of Congress want to know why and how the target was chosen.
The Trump administration's military operation in Iran is now approaching the 2-week mark, and it comes as Pentagon officials told senators that the cost of the war in just the first 6 weeks exceeded $11.3 billion. All of this is essential because the White House is preparing to ask those very same lawmakers to potentially pass more in funding to help pay for this war in Iran. In Washington, Julie Sirkin, NBC News.